I recorded it. We'll throw together some bloopers to show you all what we've been up to these last hour and a half.
All right, well, my name is Bree. Hi, welcome to Pretty, Petty, and Poor. Burr, 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 burr.
I'm pretty, she's petty, and no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was not planning that joke.
I would honestly rather be the petty one.
No, I would say it's fair enough to say that we each are elements of all three of these things, which is why we decided to name our podcast this. We all have things about us that we find pretty. We all have things about us that are definitely petty.
Oh, yeah.
And we all have things that make us poor, as in pour a drink at the end of a long day or shift or whatever. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I'm Bree. I'm born and raised Chicago. I've been in the industry for the last 8 years. Obviously, it's had its ups and downs. I'm a dog lover. I mean, cats are okay, but come on. Team dogs. Sports are cool sometimes. I like cooking. I like tequila.
Hey.
Oh.
And yeah, that's me.
Hi everybody, I'm Kalika. I am born and raised in Salt Lake City. Whoa, look out, Mormon over it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not, but that is the first question I usually get. But I moved to Chicago 5 years ago, and I'm an actor and a bartender and a server and just a cold weather survivor. So yeah, I also love tequila and some sports.
It's me. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I am from, I won't say Chicago, I'm from Illinois, a small little town. I moved out to the city 6 years ago. I've been in the industry since I was 17. I'm 25 now, so you could do that math. I also like tequila and tacos, and I like sleeping. And that's all you need to know. That's it. That's all there is to me.
For the record, like most people love tacos, but this girl has had her phone lock screen has been a picture of tacos since I met you 5 years ago.
I can eat
So,
tacos every day of my life.
It's a true passion.
It's a true passion. That's my passion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's her hobbies. She has shit on her
I don't
resume.
have hobbies now. Okay, that
No.
could be my hobby.
That
I
is
don't
your
have
Tacos
hobbies.
are your hobby.
Tacos are my hobbies.
Officially.
So if you have a good taco spot, please tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, always.
So we're doing this episode on Callin. We're also going to post it later on Anchor and on YouTube for the at-home viewers. If you are listening on Callin right now, feel free to send us some thumbs ups, send us some. You can do the little emoji.
Let us know you're there.
Let us know you're there. Are we speaking to the void?
Announce
Probably.
yourself.
Also, thank you so much for listening
Yes.
and joining in and giving us shit about what we're talking about.
Yeah, or just giving us shit in general. It's fine.
Yeah.
We love any type of feedback.
All right, so what makes us pretty, petty, and poor? I will start. What makes me pretty? I feel like being a good fucking person makes you pretty. I got my master's. Thank you. I got my master's in social work, so I have the credential to show I'm a nice bitch. Okay.
They don't let you get a master's in social work.
That's
You're
just
not
nice. No, you're. It's like the degree that says I am a nice person and I care about the world. What makes me petty? I don't know. It's like when people are being mean spirited and evil, I feel like I gotta get you back. I won't be able to rest until I get vengeance. It's just my thing, I guess. But it doesn't happen often.
Petty people make you petty.
Yes.
Wow.
Petty people make me petty. And
Petty
I'm like,
inception.
yes, pettyception.
Oh.
You heard it here first. What makes me poor? Pour a drink? Honestly, just be mean people. They irk my soul. And they make me want to pour a drink. Also, I'm that person who pours just to celebrate. I love to make up my own little holidays. People make fun of me for it all the time. I say Thirsty Thursday. I'll say Turn Up Tuesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
That's what I say.
We have to celebrate. Cheers
I'll
with
cheers
some
to
friends.
that.
It's time to pour.
So what makes me pretty? You are so nice about that.
I have a great body, great
Yeah,
bone
no.
structure, my jawline's on 10,
No, I
my
wish
lashes
the
are
jawline.
always perfect.
Their lashes are always perfect. That's one thing I always say about Kalika Rose.
Well, those are fake. God did not give me these.
Well, no, you keep them up though.
I do. That is something I am very proud of. But it's not a natural gift of mine. I like my legs. I'm a leg girl.
Yes, she does great legs.
does.
Hell, there's not many things that I'm proud of, and I will just take that win.
Yes.
I do
love
got
it.
some nice stems. And
I
Bree
do.
does too.
Some
So.
I love it.
And when we go out with Stephanie, it's really fun. Funny.
I can see them wherever in the crowd. It's
Yeah, we're
fine.
easy to find.
They're easy to find.
And she is not. And we thankfully we can
I
see
am lost
over,
constantly.
see over most of the men to like be like, there's our girl. Get her. She is. Pull her through the crowd.
Right?
Petty. Oh my gosh, you guys, I get really petty when I am driving in traffic.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's something about knowing other people can't hear you.
Yeah.
You can say whatever
You
the
can say
fuck.
whatever you want.
It
You
is nice.
really can like get in and
Like,
like.
what are they gonna do? Fight you? They
100%.
can't hear you.
And you can like really get mean about them. You can be like, I see you driving your Prius with your ugly glasses and your ugly weave and
Right.
So
Get your bitch ass
old and-
minivan off the road, Sharon.
100%. You can say whatever you want. You have total anonymity,
Yeah.
It's
immunity,
true.
all
Yeah.
of the things. So yeah. And what makes me poor? Honestly, I am like, I have a legit disease and it's called FOMO.
Oh.
God.
So whenever I see somebody else pouring, I'm like,
That looks fun.
yeah, absolutely.
I have to join.
I could be the most hungover piece of shit garbage bag that day, and if I see some people at the bar and they're doing shots and they're like, "Did you want one?" I'm like, "Nah, just my arm." You know, like I have
They
to.
held a gun to my head. I had to.
I had to do it. I had to do it. So yeah, it's just the FOMO really makes me poor. I'm like,
I get that.
oh, people are having fun. Gotta get in there.
I have to get in there.
What about you, Stephanie? Tell us the PPP.
Right. What makes me pretty is my grade A personality. I'm fucking...
Okay, you guys are gonna let me be super.
I am fucking hilarious.
It's alright, we'll have more moments.
What's the other one? What makes me petty? I love the block button. It's my my favorite thing. Favorite feature. Whoever created that, thank you.
If you send her 2 texts in a row that she
Block.
doesn't respond to,
Block.
you're
He's a
blocked.
stalker.
He's a
Block.
stalker. You know what? Just don't message me at all.
I think
She
Brie and I
won't
have
respond.
both had to explain to people why they got blocked. And
Yes,
be like,
yes.
Up to, about
Yes.
seriously.
She's cut through.
You are
guys.
petty for
Cut
that.
through.
I am
Cut
petty
through.
for that. Sorry. Don't annoy me. And then what makes me poor? Any minor inconvenience, honestly. I just don't handle inconveniences well. You should have seen me at Walgreens today. I was having a fit because there was a huge ass line, but
You buy a little mini wine thing to like chug in the line
yeah,
so you
for
could
sure.
just.
I was like, I'm not paying for this.
I'm not paying for this.
Sorry.
This is my payment.
This is my payment for
waiting
waiting.
in this
I don't
line.
wait in lines. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Right.
But yeah, any minor inconvenience, it's time for a drink.
Mhm.
So just since it's our first one, we kind of want to help you guys get to know us a little bit better. So we're gonna play a little game. I'm sure you've heard of it, played it probably a million times. Truth, truth, and a lie.
Woot, woot, woot.
And we're gonna guess because these are supposedly things we don't know about each other. So there's some learning going on.
And whoever does not answer correctly will have to take a shot.
Oh,
And feel free to join us.
She threw that in
honestly.
there.
Yeah, we're just winging it, guys.
Okay.
you
Who wants
start.
to go first? Oh, okay, good. Okay. I've gone skydiving.
Mm,
I can't keep plants alive.
mm.
One thumb is shorter than the other. Don't look at my thumbs.
I'm gonna vote for skydiving as the lie.
I also am because you can't keep shit alive.
Yeah, I know that. Damn, that's a factual.
For damn
That's
sure.
factual.
Barely keep myself alive. Yeah,
Exactly.
I've never gone skydiving, but I want to.
So now Stephanie has to take a shot.
Hey,
Wait, you guys
yeah.
haven't gone yet.
No, because we guessed
Because
it.
we guessed it, so you lose.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll get the Do you guys know that about my thumbs, though? Nobody
No.
knows that.
Alright, well,
Yeah, my
that's
thumbs
just
are different
God.
sizes.
Oh my, one is like significantly shorter.
I know.
That's
Wow.
interesting.
My mom induced herself, so me and my brother wouldn't have the same birthday. So she induced herself like the day before.
Herself?
Well,
She
like
picked-
she had
she
the
was like, I'm getting induced.
she had the doctor induced her.
Okay, I'm like,
So I
how
always
does one
say-
induce themselves?
I always say that's the reason why my thumb is shorter because she made me come a day earlier. I wasn't done growing.
You weren't. Oh, that's so
That's
cute,
funny.
though.
Well, it's just my little
That is
thumb.
very
Yeah.
Adorable.
Okay.
I know it's adorable, Alex. My brother makes fun of me all the time.
Alex, I love the shout out.
Alex.
You and your premature
That's not a
thumb.
sore
Yeah.
subject. Not a
It's
sore
always
subject
you should,
whatsoever.
there's text messages like, can you send me a picture of your thumb? My friends don't believe me.
Oh my
Bitch,
god.
what?
So this is word on the street.
Yeah.
right, okay, Kalika, you
That
go.
is
You go
Do
for
it.
it.
No,
Oh.
I'm making Stephanie take her shot.
Oh, yeah,
first.
shot first.
Just
For the
take a
listeners
shot.
at home. There she goes. She didn't handle it well, folks, and she's chasing with sparkling rosé.
All right, Kalika, you go for it, darling.
All right, here we go. I don't even know which one this is. Okay. Dated her first boyfriend almost exclusively in the parking lot of his apartment complex.
That's funny.
First masturbated to gay male porn.
Mine is so PG.
I know, for real. I thought we were getting exciting. You were the one who said, be exciting. Anyway, has been to 5 out of 7 continents.
Okay, so I'm thinking. Sorry, Bobby. This is the truth. This feels true-ish.
Yeah, I feel that.
Feels-
5 to 7
Yeah, it
continents.
feels just
You
very
travel a
truthish.
lot.
Honestly, this one. I don't
Honestly,
know.
this also the
They
gay
both seem like they could be
porn
true.
also.
That could be
And
true.
her first boyfriend.
But this will be like funny true.
Which one are you guys
And this
debating
is-
on
it
for the
seems-
listeners?
So I'm between the dated her first boyfriend almost exclusively in the parking lot and first masturbated to gay porn. Those are the two I'm struggling with. I believe that the 5 of 7 continents is true. It has like truth vibes, I guess.
She traveled a lot. I'm gonna go with this as the lie.
Okay, and I'm
Which
gonna
one
go.
are you saying?
The first masturbated to gay male porn.
I'm gonna agree with Stephanie on this.
Dang, you guys know us too
Woo!
much. I first masturbated to lesbian porn. And
up,
yeah,
drink up.
Gay male porn to be okay.
to be
Very
yes,
precise.
specific. Yeah, it was not male porn. It was gay lady porn.
Is
Go
your
lady
choice?
porn.
All right,
I-
take a shot.
Lesbian porn.
It used to be. It's the majority, I will say. There's something about a woman feeling good that makes me feel good.
I like that.
It's like I learned from her. That is also how I learned to masturbate. So anyway,
Well, cheers to
to
that.
this, and screw this guy who made me
Thanks,
spend so much time in his parking
Please
lot.
sponsor us.
All right.
Wait, so this was a truth then?
Yeah.
That is
That's
the
You
truth.
dated your first boyfriend exclusively in the parking lot of his apartment
That's
complex?
how it goes. When
How
you're a
old
kid.
were you?
Yeah, she's his
Were
first
you
boyfriend.
Too old.
Stop. No, way.
old.
I'm thinking
That's
of
her
this
next episode.
We are.
like,
Yeah,
it's
that'll
a
be a different
episode.
episode.
All right.
We'll get
Alright.
into shitty ex-boyfriends in another time.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Let's
sure.
just forget it exists.
I feel like
Alright,
mine are good.
Yeah,
Y'all not
I
gonna
cannot
guess.
wait.
Y'all about be ready to take some shots. 'Cause you're not gonna guess it. All right, number 1. One of my parents recorded a song with a member of Destiny's Child. I got into a fight with an old lady at a Blackhawks game. In middle school, I almost drowned at the community pool.
Okay, I know you almost getting into a fight at the Blackhawks game with an old lady is true. She climbed the seats to fight this bitch.
I was very. She
That's
made me
where her
petty.
pettiness
She
come
made me
out.
petty. She
How
made.
She said, "You're talking to me?"
I was like,
How old are we
You-
talking?
She wasn't too old to get her ass whooped.
Okay.
She was, I don't know, she was like in her 50s. Old enough to know better. That's what she was. I got beef with that. If you're watching if you're watching this, I haven't forgotten.
Good answer.
Or if that was your mom.
Good answer. Old enough to know better.
I still hate her. Wait,
Okay, so-
let me read the other
Yes.
Okay, so we're now between.
two. One of my parents
Parents.
recorded a song with a member of Destiny's Child, or in middle school I almost drowned. I feel like that one is true because you don't know how to swim.
Oh, fuck, she knows me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim.
So I
Fun
feel like the
facts.
first one is a lie.
Your mom's
All
pretty
right.
cool though.
Yeah.
You guys,
Are they all true?
they're all true.
Oh my god! Wait, your
Bitch,
mom?
you take a shot.
Wait, yeah. Wait,
Bitch,
your
you take a
mom
shot.
recorded a song with
My
Destiny's
dad.
Child. Oh,
My
your
dad recorded a song with Michelle.
Shut the
What?
fuck up.
Yes.
Let's listen to it right now.
Girl, no. We're not
Is
giving
it a
him. We're
good
not
song?
giving him any free fucking.
No.
Oh, okay.
You're
we'll
taking a
listen.
shot.
He's
though,
gotta
'cause
pay.
Off
Yeah,
camera,
I-
we'll listen to it.
They're all true.
To
You
be
said
honest,
you
that
guys
was petty
there.
right there.
All right,
You
I'm
set us
sorry.
up.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, that was my bad.
Like, damn, I guess I'll take the shot.
Yeah, right. She's like, I just wanted some
All
tequila.
Well, we got that out of the way.
Now you guys
So-
know a lot about us,
A
more than
lot.
most people,
A lot.
because these were the things that we didn't think anybody knew.
I'm sure you're wondering, why are we doing this show.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And we've got answers for you. My answer is, I feel like it's something that we've talked about for a long time, like amongst ourselves. Like we'll be out, like, why don't we have a show? Why don't we have a podcast? Why don't we have a YouTube? Why don't we have this? Because I mean, we find ourselves pretty fucking funny.
Relatable.
And relatable. And I feel like, you know, we have some insight on some things, you know, especially for like women, not exclusively for, but I feel like, you know, I know a thing or two. And I feel like it could be useful information to other people. And I don't know, like I said, I think we're hilarious. And I feel like I was sinning by keeping this to ourselves. We needed to share it with the world. Share it with you guys.
Absolutely. I also just think that, like, as, you know, I feel like Chicago doesn't get the cred it deserves. It's always like New York, LA that are in things that are featured, and we just live in such a cool city, and I think that, like, we can give Chicago a little bit more clout than it gets normally. Especially, it gets so much bad publicity. Like, let's talk about the fucking awesome things about living in Chicago. And then also, like, the fact that we're all, and we don't all exclusively do service industry as like our passion, but we all use it as a way to get by, and we've certainly learned a thing or two. So I think it's interesting coming from a industry perspective. You know, yeah, we'll let you guys in on like what industry life is like and what it's like to work in a bar in a big, beautiful metropolitan city like Chicago.
Yeah. Oh. Wait. What
Sorry, sorry.
What am I supposed to be talking about?
Stop. Sorry.
Why did I want to do a podcast? Because, like how you were saying, I feel like we always talk about how we're so relatable and funny. Like, I'm always like, I want to be a reality star. I think I'm so relatable. I'm so funny. I would watch my TV show, like, well, not even like our huge friend group. Like, it would be so funny to watch us, like the drama that happens between all of us, and like our nights out. Like, I would love to remember it somehow.
Somehow.
So that, and like we've been talking about it forever, and I needed a hobby besides sleeping. Yeah.
And I will just say to like bring us down to earth a little bit, in case, anyway, whatever, like, there are just people that you're in love with, right, as just humans, and I am in love with both of these girls that I'm doing this with, and like, to just reiterate, like, I think that you guys are worth your voices are worth amplifying, and yeah, I mean, I just genuinely love these people, and I was like, I don't think there's any reason that other people won't love them too.
Oh, I love that. That's so sweet.
Right?
Also,
I have haters.
True.
Yes. Also, kind of piggyback on Kalika, I also wanted to display that women can be friends. And there be no drama, no shit talking. We can get along, love each other, like Kalika said. And it'll be kumbaya fucking
Queens support other queens.
Exactly.
They help fix each other's crowns.
Tell them.
Stop giving girls dirty looks, you bitches. Stop it.
OMG.
All right, so first segment of our first episode. Are you guys ready? It is
Wait, what is it?
worst dates.
Oh my god, I forgot for a second.
She had one shot. All right, so story time. I guess
Who wants to go first?
I'll tell mine.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there was this guy. I'm on Hinge. He was some like Duke football player. I guess I was supposed to care about that. I just thought he had a nice smile. He seemed like a nice guy. I'm like, cool, we can meet up. What about LG's? This was like years ago.
OGs.
Like LG's.
LG's. Oh, over here, yeah.
Lady Gregory's.
Oh. In Old Town.
So I was late for the date. I have a reason I was late for the date that I may or may not reveal later.
Oh.
But I was late for the date. I told him my Uber got into a fender bender. That did not happen. I was like a good 20 minutes late for this date. I mean, you know, shit happens. So I get there, you know, we're talking, and then he kind of kept saying like, you know, obviously my excuse was maybe it was obvious it was bullshit, maybe it wasn't. But he was like, I know why you were late for this date. I can already tell. And I was like, okay, weird, but like whatever.
I can't wait to hear his theory.
I was like, I didn't want, like I said, I didn't even want to hear if he knew what I was really like. I was too scared for him to like be on the like.
She was at the other team's football game.
Yeah, like I just didn't even want to hear him guess it correctly, so I just like avoided the subject. I'm like, whatever. So like we're talking, we're getting to know each other. You know, we're drinking, taking shots, having a good time. But there are definitely quite a few red flags. So he said he didn't believe hangovers were real, which I thought was very strange. I guess because he never had one. He's like, oh, well, hangovers aren't real. I don't believe people. They're just
And he
being
That's
went to
the
a state
reason I don't
school.
believe coronavirus exists.
Exactly.
Jokes.
Never had
Jokes,
COVID,
jokes.
so it's not real. So I was like, okay. And then he said something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was like something else, very like Kanye vibes, and I was concerned at this point.
God.
So
He
so
must
we're
have been a
like,
Gemini.
I wish I could. I don't even remember his name. I wish I could remember.
Hey, we're
So-
saving astrology for
Yes,
another
another
episode.
So we decided that we're gonna go to another bar because I'm like, I was late, so I felt bad, So I'm like, I'm not gonna just run out the door, whatever. I don't know. I guess I feel like I owed him something because I was so late to this date. So we went to another bar, and I think I suggested this one. So he paid at the first bar. The bill was like $100-something. Like I said, we were drinking, taking shots. I think we even had like an app. Like no big deal, nothing crazy. We're not at fucking Mastro's.
Yeah.
So
Relax,
relax,
Kanye.
Kanye. So we go to the second bar, but so we get into his car, and he's like, "Oh,
What kind of car was he driving?
He had an Audi. Audi.
Oh.
Audi had a nice car."
Okay.
And I think he
Not that that
he
matters.
knows he has a nice car. He's thinking like, I've sealed the deal.
Yeah.
He saw a nice car.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we go to his apartment, and which was like right around the corner. So I'm like, okay, cool. We go to his place. He's like, oh, so he needs to stop by his place because they've been drinking so much. He's like, I need a little help for the evening. And I was like, okay,
Oh, okay.
no big deal.
For
That's
all
why
the
he doesn't get
listeners,
hungover.
we
He's
Oh,
just
I-
fucking cokehead.
Yeah, it's a cocaine. Oh, I touched my nose. That was a help. He a little help for the evening. So I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Whatever. I have friends who do it. Like I don't, do you?
I have
I
to
don't
pee
care about that.
anyways,
Yeah,
it's
I had to
fine.
pee anyway.
It's
So-
also good to know off the bat.
Right. So I'm like, whatever, cool. So he stopped by his house, and I think he poured me a drink, and we're just kind of sitting at his little kitchen table, like just kind of chatting, and I don't know, something was just like making me uncomfortable about this whole situation. I don't know what it was. It's just like intuition. And then I guess I don't know. So then we're talking, and then I go to the bathroom and I take my purse with me. So at this point, he notices I am uncomfortable. Like I was just like, he's like, okay, this bitch, she's not with it. So then for some reason, we're talking about Me Too because it was like around the time Me Too was getting like real popular.
Mm.
And he's like, oh, women are the worst. Even I've been accused of rape before.
Oh God.
And you would think this is the point where I get up and leave. It was not.
Oh,
I was like, what?
The loopholes.
He's
I
like,
was
yeah,
jumping
he's like,
through.
yeah, I was doing a lot of mental gymnastics in order to somehow stay on this date. So he's like, yeah, even I've been accused of rape before, but you can't rape someone in a threesome. How is that rape?
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Run
What?
that
Well,
back
like
real
I
quick,
said,
Turbo.
I've been drinking. We have been taking a lot of shots, and I was just, I don't know. I didn't know what to do.
I feel like that was his subtle way of bragging that he was in a threesome.
Yeah, that's what I think he meant.
He used rape as a way to brag
about a threesome.
Yeah, threesome.
Yes. So, yes, red flags are just left and fucking right. My dumbass is still on this damn date. So I'm like,
And you're in this
something
man's
else that it is
apartment,
gonna
I'm in
be.
this
and he
man's
has just
apartment.
mentioned the word rape.
Ah. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, how do I get out of this apartment as quickly as I can?
It's funny, but it's
But it's
not.
not. But it's not.
It probably wasn't funny at the time.
No,
Otherwise,
yeah,
no.
it's funny now. So I'm like thinking like, how the fuck do I get out of this apartment as quickly as possible? I'm like, let's go to the next bar. Let's go to the next bar. Which I don't know why I didn't just leave. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
let's
because
go
you
to
probably
the...
felt like in the moment, if you were just like, I'm out of here.
Like, I felt
that he
rude.
would, well, but
It's
also
like-
that he may have been like, no, you're not gonna leave. Or
Yeah,
like, well,
you never
or he
know.
would have confronted you about it, and it would have been this like uncomfortable situation that he could have maybe gotten like,
Yeah.
aggressive or
yeah,
something.
You don't know.
because if you just say, hey, let's go to the next bar, then it seems like everything's cool and you
Right.
can
Like,
exit
hey,
at
yeah,
the next
right,
bar.
right,
Get the
right,
fuck up
right,
outta here.
right. Like, I still want to hang out with you, but like, let's just go somewhere else.
Like, man's a
Right.
football player, you already know he can like tackle a linebacker.
Exactly.
So.
But like, how old were you at the
This
time?
was literally like just like 2 years ago.
oh
Okay.
shit.
I was gonna say, I felt like when I was like younger and dating guys, I was like so scared to say something, like if I ever wanted to leave or something. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I'm leaving right now. I don't give a fuck.
I just didn't fucking leave. So we go to the next bar. We went to some bar in like Logan. We had a good time, Like, he's kind of like sort of not redeeming himself, but he wasn't being fucking weird at this point. I don't know, maybe because he
He's
had
out
to blow.
public.
That's it, yeah, 'cause he's out in public
Or
and he
he
had
in
to blow.
public, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. So we're having like a nice time at this second bar. And then we go to a third bar. And at this bar, like I'm like trying to make my escape. I have not forgotten about this rape comment.
Swear the chassis. That's
Or
why I love taxis.
I have not forgotten about this comment. So I'm like, how the fuck do I ditch this guy? So I'm like, I know. Go to a bar where I know everybody. So I went to my friend's bar on Division.
Plug it.
Bourbon on Division. Shout out to
Oh,
Mike.
we went to Bourbon.
Shout out to Terry. Shout out to June. Hey y'all.
I don't know if they still work there, but we love you guys
Or
anyway.
the point,
wherever
yeah,
you are.
Wherever you are.
The
So
point.
I went there, and my roommate happened to be there. And I knew she was there. So I'm like, I'm going there. So we go there. And, you know, you're thinking that this day can't get worse. So he starts hitting on the bartender. I'm right where Click is, and he's where I am. And I'm there. Like, I'm very visibly there. Like, I'm standing right here. Standing right there.
So
And then he's hitting on the bartender. She was gorgeous, by the way. Like, beautiful. Don't blame him. But, like, maybe not when you're on a date.
Yeah, maybe not right in
Maybe
front.
not
Maybe
right
wait
in
till I go to the
front.
bathroom.
Yeah, wait till I go to the bathroom. So he orders shots for me and my friends. Like I said, I have friends there. So my roommate is one of the friends. So I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. So, like, we take our shot, and I gotta go. And I guess she didn't take hers. So he goes up to her, and he's like, hey, you didn't take that shot. I bought that shot for you. Like,
Ew.
really aggressively. So obviously she tells me about it when I come back from the bathroom. I'm like, okay, like, I'm ditching this guy. Like, not that I was always ditching him, but I'm like, let's, like, fucking run out the door.
Now it's time. That was the
And so
straw.
he's like, hey, are you ready to go soon? And I'm like, I'm going home. I was like, my roommate, she's just so drunk. I have to take her home. Like, she wasn't drunk, but, like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get out of a situation. So he's like, oh, I'm like, she's just so drunk. I have to take her home. And he's like, okay, like I'll share an Uber with you. I was like, no, she's gonna get so crazy. She's gonna get so crazy. I was like, I don't want to subject you to this. I was like,
After all you've been through,
after all
that last
you've been through,
threesome, I don't want
yes,
to
I
traumatize
don't
you.
want to traumatize you. I was like, I don't want to put you through this. I was like, just go without me. I'll catch up with you another time. And he's being very persistent about going home with me. And then he proceeds to look at me and says, I didn't spend $100 and whatever tonight to not be able to fuck you for the bar tab.
What?
Yes, bitch. He thought
You
because
spent
he bought
$100 to look at me, honey.
He truly believed that he bought my vagina for like $150
I'm
fucking
not a
dollars.
fucking hooker.
I'm like, and if I was a hooker, I would be charging a lot fucking more than $150.
I will
Are
Venmo
you
you that
joking?
tab. Like, I don't.
Like, I've dropped $150 in my back pocket before.
Right, literally. Like, what?
You really
I
thought
just
you
spent
bought
$100 at Walgreens.
At
today.
Walgreens.
Like, what the fuck?
on soap. Like, he truly believed he bought my vagina for that $150 bar tab. Obviously, this date was horrible, and I wanted to tell my friends about it. I knew I was going to tell my friends about it. And I was like, I went back to his profile to try to like screenshot, like, this is the fucking guy.
He blocked
He
you.
blocked me.
Damn.
He blocked me, y'all.
He knew what he
He
did.
knew what he did.
He knew what he did. He knew he said some potentially
fucked up shit.
some
Yeah.
potentially very legally problematic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because especially since there's a pending rape case, there's a few things that I feel like you pointed out in that case that are like really good, like
Emphasis,
diversion
yeah.
tactics if you're ever on a scary date. Like
Yeah.
not just a bad date, but a scary
It's like a scary date. Like be cool with them. I mean, this is horrible that women even have to fucking think about this kind of stuff.
It is.
But we get put in
it's
these
the
situations, and
reality.
it is our reality. Be cool with them, make them think everything's good, and then as soon as you get to a spot where like you feel comfortable, when I knew I was around friends who could like help me get out of that jam safely,
Right.
like do what you gotta do.
Go
say
to a
what you gotta
place
say.
where you know at least somebody.
Somebody in the building.
Go to a place where you know at least somebody in the building, or you're near where you know people. Always public space.
Mm-hmm.
B, if you do find yourself in their home and you start feeling uncomfortable, create a reason that's like
Let's go to the next bar.
exactly that's not going to cause any
I'm
sort
hungry.
of like a
Let's go get food.
yeah, antagonize or anything to leave.
Yeah. Run, bitch.
And then run, bitch. Run.
But also that brings me to the question of like, why didn't I leave? I think I left because I was like trying to like worried about being polite, and I feel like and like worried about being like how like women like I feel like we always get pressured to be what's the word?
Agreeable.
Agreeable. We always
Yeah.
get pressured to be fucking agreeable. Now be the cool girl.
Yeah,
you know?
the cool
And that's
girl.
why I got pressured. I think I pressured myself like because of these like crazy like expectations to stay in a situation. But I just hate that like women feel like they have to be agreeable. We don't have to be agreeable. Like for what? I have opinions. I have a mind. I have thoughts. And I feel like we shouldn't be afraid to express them. And I think that when we get in these situations, we think that we know how we're gonna react. And I was one of the people I thought if I ever got in a situation like this, I would do A, B, and C. But when I was in that situation, all that flew out the window.
Well, there's the old saying, easier said than done, right?
Easier said than done. I didn't do anything that I thought I would do if I was in a situation like that.
And
I totally
you weren't 21, you weren't 19.
No, I was
when you
I
did
was
this.
26.
Yeah.
I was older and I knew better.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, because he caught me off guard. He didn't say we're going to my place. We just oh, let me just stop at my place real quick. He kind of so I was a little caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
And my guard was down.
100%.
And because I'm just okay, we're going to run upstairs to go get what he needs to get, and we're going to come right back down. That's what I'm thinking. But, that was his way to get me into his place. Because I think in his mind, he was trying to steal the jewel right then and there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
When you said it at first, I was like, there's two reasons he invited you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's on the plus side, we might bang. On the bad side, I get my
blue.
cocaine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My yayo. My cocaine.
And how old are you? Why didn't you bring your drugs with you?
Exactly.
What?
You knew you were going to be out drinking.
Right.
You knew you were going to be drinking.
How old are
This
we?
is the truth.
How old are we?
All right. Well, so that's the end of my little story. My worst date ever in the world.
That's a
from a
bad
guy whose name I can't remember.
That's
I do
all
know
the
he was on the
things.
Duke football team.
Whoa.
Shots
Shots fired at Duke.
Oh my god, what if it was a Photoshop picture? He could have just been a fucking murderer, and I went to his house like a fucking idiot.
He just led you right to your death.
But I think he was she's kind of tall. She's taller than I thought she was gonna be.
She could maybe fight.
She could fight me back. I wasn't counting on her stature.
She has beautiful legs and they look like they can kick hard.
She'll kick my ass.
For real.
Oh my
All right,
God.
well, Kalika, I'll let you tell your worst date story.
Well, okay, so mine is not scary. It's just all the things, but it is a story of similar being in a very uncomfortable situation and not having and just being way too worried about being polite to leave. So I was kind of a late bloomer, and I Bree is replacing my drink as a queen would, and I know she's gonna get herself one too. Yes. Go ahead and pour
Thanks,
yourself
Mom.
one. I know we only.
I'm gonna steal
she's
this.
got one. Okay, cool.
Happy
We all
hour
have drinks
36.
and we're all happy.
Yes.
So yes, my story is I was a little bit of a late bloomer, and I went on my first legit date when I was 17. I think I was a
That's not
senior
late.
in high school.
That's
You got I don't know.
That's kind of late. Like your parents knew about it, or you sneaking around.
I think my parents knew.
No,
don't
I was
remember.
like,
I could
I have,
drive, so I
yeah.
maybe didn't need to tell them.
no.
No,
I
yeah,
didn't tell
there-
her
there was
shit.
no
Sorry,
telling.
Kevin
Right.
and Jerry.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all don't know shit to this day.
The parents
My
don't
bad.
know shit. Yeah, so no, I'm a golfer. Bleh. Fun fact, I golf, the lamest sport of all. But I do. And so I met this boy at a golf range, and he saw me out on the putting green, and he came up to me and he was like, hey, what's up? And he was trying to talk to me and stuff, and I was so nervous. And so he invited me on a golfing date. So I was like, yeah, I'll go on this golfing date. And it was the worst day of the year. It rained and it was cold that day. So we were on this golfing date, and this is my first date I've ever been on. So I was had all these romantic notions about what it would be like.
Aww.
I know. So we're out on the course. It is raining sideways kind of thing. And we're both just sticking through it, trying to get through this round of golf. I beat him miserably.
Of course.
You're I was about to take that L, not on my record.
Not on
No.
my record. Not if it's rain,
Wow.
sleet, or shine. So,
Never.
And he was kind of embarrassed by it, that I could tell, but he was also being nice and being a gentleman and trying to laugh it off, and we were both trying to laugh off the fact that it was horrible weather out. And so around hole, I think we were on the fifth or sixth hole, we decided to call it, and we just went inside to the clubhouse, and we had a very awkward we were those teenagers who went up to the bar and were can we have a Diet Coke kind of thing?
Oh no.
Because we're 17, and so we're sitting at the bar and we're having a Diet Coke or something, and having this awkward ass get to know you conversation. And then we go out to the car later, And he, like, I knew, you can always tell when they're leaning in for the kiss. This is not based on gender. Like, anybody can tell when the other person is gonna, like, lean in for the kiss that's not really wanted. And so he leans in for this kiss, and we do it, and it's just so awkward. And I think I said something so lame, like, okay, well, thanks. And then I just, like, got in
Thanks
my...
for your lips touching my lips. I have such gratitude for this moment.
It was so bad. And so then I just got in the car and took off and never ever saw him again.
I was scared. I was gonna say, did you ever go back to that golf course?
Oh, yeah, that was like my home course. I played
Stop.
She was like, I never went back to that golf
Hey,
course.
you're not literally
I drove
my...
an hour away for the next one. I didn't care.
No, my literal turf. Like, no.
Stop.
When you're
Literal term.
So wait, what was
Literal
he
turf.
doing there? Like, who was he? Why was he there? What was he doing? What was
I
his
think
story?
he would just like practice there, but like no, I never saw him there again.
Not like a mini golf?
No, it was like a course that also has a driving range. Which
Oh,
is
so it's
like
like
a
a
place you
real
go and practice.
golfing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it
So like
was-
the whole time I was like envisioning this like little
Mini
like
golf.
putt, like like a little thing that goes around.
No,
like
it's
a
a
little fan
legit
thing.
golf course that has a driving range where you practice. So I met him on the driving range, and then, I mean, golf is one of those things that so few women do that like if you see one woman there, you're kind of like,
oh my god.
whoa. And if it's somebody
like
who
the
can
cartoon.
actually play, yeah.
It's like the
And
cartoon.
the
You know, it's
eyes.
like the cartoon where they have like the heart beating
Yeah,
from underneath
yeah,
the
yeah.
shirt and the eyes are
Yeah.
popping out.
It's sort of like the opposite of yoga for guys. Like if
When you
if
see
one
it,
guy
yeah.
goes to yoga,
Oh,
he's
the
got
girls
the
are
cream
like,
of the crop.
yeah.
He's got the pick of the herd. Like
He's the
if
hottest guy
you-
in the room. Yeah.
In case you
Exactly.
guys didn't know this, women love guys in yoga.
Oh
I
my
don't.
god, especially if they're
I
remotely
will
good at
bully
it.
you
Yeah.
if you come to my yoga class. Don't do that. to me.
No, okay, you're gonna
Okay,
turn down
except
a
for Miss
sexy
Eats
man who's
Men
got a
for
great down dog.
breakfast.
Like,
Come on.
Hey, but you're doing
He's
yoga.
flexible, bitch.
He's like flexible. He's concerned about his spiritual.
Yeah.
I guess it's
Oh,
calm.
I love
just
it, man.
think-
She likes the angry dudes.
I do.
You
She
do. You
likes
just like
angry
anybody
men.
who's toxic. I
Yes.
swear.
I love them all. They don't do yoga.
She's like she turned those red flags to green. She's like, yes, yes.
Yeah, we
Wow,
just
more
got.
like
I just
yellow.
want to say we just got a thumbs up on our listeners.
Woo!
So either Charlie or we now have Gregory. Hey
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
They are out here and they're agreeing that you're toxic.
Join the club.
She's like, I agree with it.
I agree with
myself."
it. Listen.
So before you fall in love, just know these things about Stephanie.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get
I
O'Neill to
will
go to
go,
yoga,
yeah.
and I've gotten him to go.
Will he go?
So over quarantine, we were doing, and O'Neill's my boyfriend for all the listeners and people who don't know us. His friend was trying to get us to do some quarantine yoga on this thing. She was trying to like promote her friend's at-home yoga business. And so we were doing it during that. And then I just recently got him to go to an in-person class with me, which he then told me later when I invited him to go to another class that he did not want to go. And I have my own theory, but O'Neill works out a lot and he does, all the weight training stuff. And I think he was sweating his ass off during that yoga class in a way he didn't think he was going to. And he didn't feel as athletic as he usually does. And that's why he didn't want to do it again. But
Makes
you know,
sense. You know how men be. Their
sometimes
little egos
the
can be
ego,
so
yeah.
sensitive.
But
so
I mean, I feel it
fragile.
because when you try something new for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time and you're
And I
not
don't
good
get
at
it, I
it,
get
Yeah.
it's
I do
hard
ice
to go
skating.
back.
I'll never do it
I
again.
will never do ice skating
I'll
again.
never do it again.
Stephanie did do ice
I
skating.
went around that
with
thing
Brie and I
once,
once.
and
Yeah.
I sat down the whole time. I
She-
was like,
and when
I
she
didn't
says-
get it. Like, if I don't get something quick or like a little bit off the bat, I will quit right away. I won't try. I won't work hard to get it. Like, no.
And
think
when
we
she
all
And
said,
I'm like, it's not for me.
no, when she said she went around once, listeners, she literally
I
went around.
literally went around once
One
gripping the
time.
railing.
It
okay?
did take her about 40 minutes to get
It
around
did,
once,
but I did go around once.
And we're talking about the one, the beams. It's just one circle. She went that one circle
Yeah.
and then
We're talking
got off
Millennium
ice,
Park.
did not go back.
Millennium Park
Yeah.
Bean
I did not go back.
Did not go back.
Circle.
I sat down.
This
Sat
wasn't
my
even the
happy
advanced
ass down.
ribbon. Maggie gave me a ribbon.
No,
No.
I do not
Yeah.
belong there. I don't belong
I
in
don't
the other
belong
one
there.
either. Listen, I know where I thrive. It's fine. I don't belong.
Know your skill
Either
set.
of those two. Know your skills.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
First.
Yes. I belong in
And
my
tacos.
bed. watching TV, eating tacos.
That
That
actually
is
sounds
where I
like
thrive. Right
that sounds
there.
like some self-care.
It's an
Yeah,
ideal
I
life.
with a face mask on.
Oh yes, with a
yes.
candle on.
Oh my god, yeah. That's
I remember that. And like, isn't it so funny? Like to think about how
I have
we
to
used
do that
to be.
once a week.
No, but like when we think about how we used to be, just like crazy, like party every night.
Oh my god,
Club.
I
And
can't
not even
do
going.
that.
I can't even like going to the club. Like not even going to a club, being like Prism, Bounce, Studio
Club
Paris.
hop, yeah,
Yeah,
it would be
around.
prison.
Prison,
We
like,
would get off of work,
underground.
refresh, get ready at work, then
And,
go
like,
out,
go
and then go to work,
and
then
open,
do it all open,
open.
and then
And, like,
and then do it
9
all again the next day, like the next night. Like,
You were insane.
was I depressed? Like, what was I on crack? What was I actually doing? And now
We were just
we were not
21,
on,
honey.
And,
I guess
and we were
that's-
not on
and
drugs
now-
for the record. There were no drugs
no
involved.
drugs involved.
It was just life.
pure
Life.
life and adolescence and fun. And now I'm like, somebody hits me up to watch a movie after 8 p.m.
I'm
like,
like,
no.
Sounds
I'm
like a
going to
lot.
bed. So
I gotta get up early.
Right. I
Mhm.
just, I don't like getting ready anymore.
I hate getting ready.
I hate it. I'm like, ugh,
I
don't
hate
wanna do
wearing
that.
heels. I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
I can't, I could,
Heels are like I think.
Well,
I saw,
now all
like,
these girls are going to the clubs with Air Force Ones, which needs to be stopped. Stop.
That really needs to be stopped.
Commit to the outfit. Wear a bodycon dress with heels.
It's something we're gonna
It
look
could
back
even
and laugh
be.
on.
It could
Yeah.
even be
Like
Kit
our
Kat
cardigans,
heels.
the
Yes.
cardigan
Like
days.
cardigans,
Cardigans.
yeah.
All right, Stephanie, go with your
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
date story.
Give us your worst date.
So
We
my,
digress.
mine's a little different. It's not. It started out. I would say it's still to this day the best date,
Oh.
but at the end it turned worse. So this guy I went to college with, he was so cute. My friend that I went to boarding with, Rachel, she knew him. I was like, oh my god, I had him to hook me up with this on. Somehow do it. So we added each other on Snapchat.
We're doing
And-
names now.
Oh.
She dropped the name.
We have to edit that out.
It's okay.
Just edit that out.
Well, that's a very common name. But so we chatting back and forth, and I was on my way home from work, and he was like, "Oh, let's go out tonight," and I was like, "All right," and he was like, "I'll pick you up in 20 minutes." I'm like, 20 fucking minutes? I'm not even fucking home yet. No, buddy, you need to wait. Went home, run upstairs, get ready in like 10 minutes. Not even that. We go out to all the clubs, and I think I was like 19 or 20 at the time, so I still had a fake ID, but like it wasn't like, I mean, it still worked. I went everywhere, but like it wasn't like how we were going out that night. I don't know, it was weird. But we went out everywhere. We got bottle service everywhere we went. He knew all the door guys. We got right in. We
Love
went to
that.
like Studio
Nice,
Paris.
nice.
We went to Prism. We went to Underground when it was still cool. That was probably the only time I've been to Underground where you needed to know somebody to get in.
Mhm.
We went to Underground, and then we went to like a couple other clubs. And then he was like, "Oh, I have a hotel room." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we go to the hotel room, and he's like checking in, and he's being so rude to like the front desk people, and I was like, I don't like that.
Oh, that's the biggest red
And
flag.
he works in hotels, which I was like,
no.
That is like, oh lord.
"Eh,
Okay.
don't be rude to anybody, first of all, who's trying to help you." So like, whatever. We get into the room. His penis was literally this big. I was like,
Is that including the nail or not?
not including the nails?
Oh
And
no!
I was like, oh no.
We're talking premature
It
thumb
was,
status.
yeah, and I literally premature thumb status.
This happened one
And
time. I literally had a
literally-
headache and left.
Literally, I was like, I'm not doing anything with this guy. So I took a nice ass shower in the hotel room,
Ooh, I love that for you.
got a robe on, and I was like,
Ooh,
I'm sorry, I'm just tired. My body hurts. So like, no, I'm just disappointed in your whatever happened back
Good
then.
for you for not being kind of like a course into it though.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I was just annoyed. I was annoyed from the front desk part, and then I think from there I just like derailed. And then when I saw that, I was like, "You're not even worth it. Look at you. Look at
Oh,
You're not even worth it.
You're not even worth
Oh,
it.
no.
You're not even worth the body count. I'm taking a shower.
Honestly.
I'm gonna get in this nice ass robe, sleep in this nice ass bed, and then at 7 a.m. I'm booking it."
I hear
And
that.
that's what I did. And then he messaged my friend the next day. Well, I messaged her first, and I was like, "Oh, that was." I told her like the whole story, and then like an hour later, I guess he messaged her and was like, "Oh my God, your friend Stephanie, I'm in love." And she was like, "Wait, what?"
Two very different
So
stories.
you
Yes,
put on a
two-
robe and slept
Yes.
on the other side of the bed all night?
Two very different, two very different stories. Well, like this,
He probably thought you were being a lady.
yeah, I mean,
Little
yeah,
does he
right. Little
know.
does he
Yeah, how come
know.
guys cannot tell when we're not having a good time?
Right.
Like that guy thought I was.
But, like,
happy
whoa.
to say.
So I'm
it's
sure
still,
he
like-
didn't like immediately think, "Oh, she saw my tiny penis. Now she doesn't want to
I mean,
fit
like-
it anymore." Oh God, I feel
No, I saw it. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, and then I just was like, I'm not doing that. So
and
I
you
just
know
took a
what?
shower,
I will say
and
that
I
like
got in a robe, and I was like, sorry, I don't feel good.
for our male patronage, maybe current or future, like I mean, like I don't know. Personally, if I found a dude who was not packing, I would
If it
be okay with it if we had the chemistry, if he had the personality, and if he was good in other areas, which I think that usually they figure out that they've got to make up for it.
Yeah.
Like, get me off. I don't care.
1,000%.
If it's with your finger, your dick, your whatever, your mouth, I don't care.
Yeah.
Get me off.
What
I
did
don't
Cardi
care.
B say, or Meg the Stallion say? If it don't hang, then you can't bang.
This is why she's
No,
the
just
one who
kidding.
eats boys for breakfast. We're just
That's
saying,
why
I think
I've
we were
lost so
kidding.
That
We
was
were
on
not
the
kidding.
intro.
But I
We were not
definitely agree with
joking.
that. Like, if you know how to use it, then I feel like you're okay.
Yeah.
This is my theory about like
Wow.
people in general too. Just not just guys. Like anybody who grew up and they were the thing. They were the it thing. They were the beautiful girl. They were the hot guy in high school. Whatever it is. But seriously, like you never had to develop other skills. You never had to develop a personality, a sense of humor, etc.
Yeah.
You just relied on the good looks to get you through. And it does up until a certain point.
For sure.
And that's why you gotta find the guys who were ugly growing up. And they had
I want
developed
them
a
ugly now.
personality.
I want them
Facts.
nerdy and ugly now.
Yeah.
You are a liar. You
She
are
is
a
a
damn
fucking
liar.
liar.
You are.
But no, I agree with Kalika because I feel like that was me. Like I feel like not to like be all like into myself, but I feel like
No.
because I'm like obviously I'm a beautiful woman, but I feel like my personality became what it is now because I was a late bloomer. Like I literally used to cry every day because I was
Aw.
like, I'm so ugly. I'm so tall. I'm taller than everybody else. All the other girls in my class. I used to like literally cry. Like I thought I was like the ugliest thing in the world. Now I'm a bad bitch now. Ew.
Bree, I'm right there with you. Like I said, I didn't
I
have
was a late bloomer.
Nobody asked me on a date till I was 17.
Dude, I was no, but I got boobs very quickly.
Oh.
But the boobs were there. The boobs were just like very noticeable.
You were just a Barbie. And
I was like, I imagine myself, this is how I think of myself in my like middle school years. Like a toothpick.
We don't talk about middle
grapes,
school.
With grapes.
You do not.
No,
talk
but that's
about
when the
middle
titties came in.
Oh.
It came in middle school. In like 8th grade, I got like I went from, I think I was in a training bra for like a week. Like they
I'm
were
so
just-
sorry for you.
They were just there.
I'm so sorry.
It's a hard knock life.
No, okay, though I legit went into an Abercrombie and Fitch when I was in 8th grade, and I have been the same height since I was in 8th grade.
No,
Wow.
So I've
really?
been 5'7".
Honestly, same.
Yeah, but were you 5'7"?
Yeah.
And like
No.
now we're not even that tall. Like there are
Exactly.
women out there, like our gorgeous Kelsey, our friend Kelsey,
Oh
who's
yeah,
like
Kelsey
gorgeous
very tall.
6-foot woman.
Yes.
Laura, yes.
Shout out
like,
to
lovely.
Taylor.
I was 5'7" in 8th grade, and I weighed 20 pounds less than I weigh now. So I was under 110 pounds. Like I was they literally called me alien girl.
Stop.
I am not kidding you. I was all limb. I was limb, and there were no titties in sight.
I feel like I look the same.
I don't know. I definitely blew.
I mean,
I had
like,
a
I know
glow
how to do
up.
my makeup a little bit better.
No, I had a glow up. I had a full
Otherwise,
glow
like
up.
any like.
But my glow up wasn't until later in life.
I blame makeup advancements on that. The glow ups, like
glow up. Man, my glow I had
legit,
glow up
makeup is
at,
getting better and better
honestly.
every year.
You
Humanity
can
exists.
do it better and
We
better.
can become we can become whole other fucking
Yes.
human
Oh my
beings.
God.
It's
I've talked
insane.
about this on Buds and Brews.
Literally,
Like, we
my
are
like
entirely different people.
when I don't have makeup on, it's like
Night and day.
It's literally night and day. I look like a mole rat without.
It's
like,
something.
makeup. It's like, and I really humble myself without like my makeup and hair on. I'm like, damn, bitch, this is what you really look like. Remember that. Humble yourself.
Humble yourself.
Humble
That
yourself.
is
You don't
fucking
look like this all day, every day. I don't wake
Shout
up
out
like
to the
this.
natural bitches.
Yeah, shout out to y'all because I
God
do
bless
not be
you,
doing
or
that.
I
My
fucking
nails
hate
aren't
you.
real,
Like,
my
I'm
lashes
just-
aren't real, my lips ain't real, my hair isn't real.
I know.
Take
It's
all
hard.
that out.
But you know what it is?
I look like
Real
my dad.
expensive.
It's really
Kevin.
I look exactly like my dad.
That's fucking hilarious.
And without all that, I'm like his twin. It's disgusting.
Wow.
Well, alrighty.
You know
Well,
what?
thank you
Oh.
very much for listening to our first episode.
Everybody,
of
thank you.
Pretty Petty and Poor. You are fucking amazing, and I want
And
you to
on
walk
that note-
away and remember that and carry that with you tomorrow. just continue to be a bad bitch or whatever the male equivalent of that is. Please DM me with what you think the male equivalent of that
Yeah,
is.
what is a male
Because I
equivalent
try to figure it out all the
a bad
time and I
bitch?
cannot. So what is the male bad bitch?
What is the male bad bitch?
We'll talk about it next time on Pretty, Petty, and Poor.
Hey.
It's your primitive and fine, yeah, come on, super fellas. I like the way you work that.
Well, we had Poor at one point.
Bye.
It's your primitive and fine, yeah, come on. It's your primitive and fine, yeah, come on, super fellas. I like the way you work